76's Monster Mash!
Friday the 13th. The movie stars the one and only late, great Betsy Palmer as Mrs. Voorhees. You actually have Kevin Bacon in his first major role. And just like A Nightmare on Elm Street with Johnny Depp, I guarantee that the cast of the film of Friday the 13th didn't think that Kevin Bacon was going to blow up and become such a huge star as he did, you know. But anyways, you got Ari Lehman as Jason. He's an awesome guy. He's always at Comic-Cons and shit. He's just a really cool dude. He even has a band called First Jason. Pretty cool shit. Pretty badass.
And I have to add, Tom Savini's makeup effects in this movie that he did on Jason were really awesome. Legendary makeup effects at its finest.
You got a bunch of people in there dying left and right to the hands of this killer at this camp. You know, and basically Friday the 13th was born because Sean S. Cunningham, the director of the film, literally called up the producer or whatever and was like, I just saw Halloween, we gotta rip it off. Or something like along the lines of that, you know. So basically that's what they did, and they came out with Friday the 13th. Story's basically about this little boy that drowned a long time ago named Jason. And the camp counselors weren't paying attention, you know, so Jason met his demise in the bottom of the lake. By the end of the film, after all the murder and everything, you figure out that Pamela Voorhees, played by Betsy Palmer, you know, she's amazing. We find out that it was her, you know, Jason's mother, that was the one that was going around killing everybody all around Camp Crystal Lake. She was just really pissed that they let Jason drown and they weren't even, nobody was watching him, you know. So she came back for her revenge like crazy, you know, she's literally killing people left and right, hitchhikers. They even got this really weird, crazy dude named Crazy Ralph, played by Walt Gorney. He's basically like the guy that's like telling everybody, like warning all the kids that are going to the camp, you know, not to go there. It's cursed and all this shit. Basically, Kevin Bacon and crew, they're camp counselors. They're going to Camp Crystal Lake to, you know, watch over the kids and do camp counselor shit. Kevin Bacon gets an arrow through his throat. It's really crazy. Like, there's a scene where him and his girlfriend have literally just got done having sex. The girl gets up, I guess, to go, like, freshen up or take a shower or something. He's sitting there and he's, like, about to smoke a joint. He, like, lights it up, and then all of a sudden, an arrow from underneath the bed just comes through the top of his neck, you know? It's a really fucking brutal death. Very awesome. Kevin Bacon in the film. It's cool that he was in it, but I mean, he didn't really have that many memorable lines or anything, but it was his first major role, you know, like in movie, like showbiz, you know, so really cool. And he had a great death too, so Kevin Bacon's badass. Okay, so after we figure out that Pamela Voorhees was the killer the whole time, she's chasing Andrea King's character, Alice Hardy, around the camp. Like, she's like one of the last surviving camp counselors, you know? And she's chasing her around. And she basically reveals to Alice that she's like the killer, you know? She like goes for the knife and she's about to stab her, you know? And then she runs away. I mean, she hits her with something. It's really crazy. There's a bunch of slapstick kind of shit that happens, but they get to like the lake, okay? She chases her all the way to the lake, and Alice picks up a machete, and she's tired of Mrs. Voorhees' shit at this point, you know, so she literally chops her fucking head off, you know, and then she has like our at the very end, she basically has like a dream or something, or who knows if it really happened, but she's like sitting on a boat, and Jason, played by good old Ari, you know what I'm saying, young Ari, comes out the water and pulls her underneath the water, you know, tipping the boat, everything. Really cool ending. And then she wakes up, you know, and she's like, did anybody see that little boy? Or the sheriff guy's like, what are you talking about? Jason, you know, and she's like, he's out there or whatever. And like, that's like the end of the movie. It's really good, really awesome, very solid. I love how it was like a woman scorned for revenge for her son, you know, very great twist, you know, because Sleepaway Camp was a great camp slasher flick, you know what I'm saying, but this was the pioneer of the camp slasher flicks. I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Great cast of characters.
The musical score, the makeup effects, everything.
Sean S. Cunningham definitely did a really good job directing this film. All around, really good camp slasher, kill everybody movie, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely highly recommend you check out Friday the 13th. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Monster Mash.